What's up, HCWA fans? I'm the Lawdog Brent Lawson, and this is You Got Your Beady Little Eyes Focused Right On, the first ever episode of Shootin' with the Lawdog. And I'm here right now, live and in living color, with the one and only hardcore legend, J.W. Dalton.
What's up, y'all?
Welcome. Welcome, J.W. You told me you had some things you want to get off your chest. And first thing I want to know is, how old were you when you decided you wanted to be a professional wrestler?
I want to say 25. So I guess I came in a little late to the business, but if I ain't mistaken, I was 25.
25 years old, ready to go.
Hell yeah, I was ready to go.
Who were your favorite wrestlers growing up, Dalton?
Well, I mean, you know, we got to go back to the NWA days.
Junkyard Dog?
I was more
Jimmy
of
Valiant.
a Four Horseman guy, Tully Blanchard.
Tully Blanchard.
And Arn Anderson.
The Minnesota Wrecking Crew, if you will. HCWA fans.
Yeah, I kind of got inspired, you know, just the work ethic of Tully Blanchard and going after the TV title.
He could really keep a belt, couldn't he?
Yes, he
Running
could.
that time limit out, walking around outside with a baby doll. He could really, man, I used to hate that, but now I realize the psychology behind it.
Oh, yeah. And Arn Anderson, I mean, that spine buster was
Yeah, devastating.
beautiful, beautiful.
When he hit that, 1, 2, 3, it's a wrap, guys.
And I kind of stole the spine buster from Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
So, you know, but
You didn't steal it. He's not using it anymore,
yeah,
so
yeah. I mean,
you just reenacted or
I put J.W. Dalton's twist on it.
yeah, that it
So-
is. J.W. Dalton's twist on the spine buster. You heard it here first on Shootin' with the Lawdog.
And I had some other influences. To me, Shane Douglas, you know, doesn't get the credit that I think he deserves. But to me, he is my Ric Flair.
Oh,
You know, there's
interesting. Okay.
There's a lot of people that would disagree and argue and, you know, say fuck Shane Douglas, but, you know, to me, Shane Douglas had it all. You know, I guess one of my dream matches would be Ric Flair in his prime and Shane Douglas in his prime.
Wow.
You know,
Which promotion? ECW or NWA?
I,
Or WWF at the time?
no, it would have to be the NWA for Ric Flair and Shane Douglas and ECW.
Okay.
You know, and
That would be a hell of a match,
Yeah.
JW.
yes, it would.
Be a hell of a match. Who were your influences?
For the, you know, getting into it, like I said, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Shane Douglas. I loved the way that the NWA done, you know, just look like guys that come off of, you know, out of work, putting on wrestling gear and going to it, you know.
Son of a plumber.
Yeah,
If you
I mean,
will.
I never cared too much for
The flashy stuff.
the cartoon characters, if you would.
The Portuguese Man of War.
Yeah,
And stuff like
I
that
mean,
in WWF.
I just never cared for WWF at all. You know, I was more of NWA. And then one day I was just bored as hell, and I was flipping through the pay-per-views. I mean, you know, just was going to rent a movie, and I seen this. I don't even know if it said ECW at the time, but I think it said Hardcore Wrestling or some shit, and it was like $3 for the pay-per-view, and I turned it on, and first thing I seen was New Jack jumping off the balcony.
Oh man, through the two tables?
I was like, whoa! I got to watch.
What the
this.
hell was that?
So, you know,
Adrenaline went through the roof.
and I mean, from that day on, I was hooked on, you know, ECW. You know, and you know, you got Steve Carino that brought that old school NWA feel to it, you know, and so I was just influenced by almost every character from the ECW era, you know, and just watching Tajiri, you know, just the way he moved, Steve Corino, old school, you know,
Tajiri.
Yeah, the buzzsaw, you know.
Man, when he got to WWE, they just really just flipped his character upside down.
That's why
he was never the same.
That's why I never cared at all for WWE. The only era that they really let the guys be themselves was the Attitude Era.
And that's when it was the best.
And that's when it was
the
best.
Some people wouldn't necessarily agree with that, but everybody has their own opinions. And I think back during the Attitude Era, that's when WWE, or WWF, if you will, was the best.
Yeah.
How did you get into the business?
I was getting ready to get married. And
gotta do it every time.
So I just we was out riding. It's like, what do you want to do? And we stopped at a store and seen a promotion for wrestling. It was SCWA. And so I was like, well, let's go up to the Armory and see. The next thing I know, there walks through a friend of mine that I've been knowing today over about 30 years.
Wow.
And I was like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I own this company. It's like, what? I was like, well, what's up? You know?
Throw me a bone, man. Throw me a bone.
So, you know, we talked, and he'll tell you today that he was scared as hell to let me get in the ring, you know, because he knowed me from the streets. And, you know, I've lived my life on the streets. So, you know, I fought, and I've been to bars and got in fights. And my character today is from reality. You know, J.W. Dalton is me. You know, I live it every day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
and that, to me, if you're a wrestler, that's the character that you want to portray, someone that's as close to you as possible.
Yeah.
Just like when The Undertaker went to the biker gimmick, the American Badass. He said that was the closest to him in real life.
Yes.
As any...
It takes you a while, that I've realized. You go through different formats of trying to find yourself, you know, and so these phones.
This is live, HCWA.
This is real, baby. This is real.
Shooting the Lawdog. Episode 1, if you will.
But, you know, it takes a wrestler. It takes a few characters to find that inner self of them. Mm-hmm. And I feel, and I say it from my heart, that I feel like when you really find yourself, then your wrestling is going to go straight to the stars.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And you know, when I first came in, I never really changed, but I changed the way I looked, and then I realized, you know, who is JW? Who is JW Dalton? And when I realized that it was actually me, just with a different name, man, I really started who I am today.
Kind of like Robert Downey Jr. when he took on the role of Iron Man.
Yeah.
Hell, he was just being himself. You know, he was a star for years before he even got the Iron Man role.
Yeah.
You know, and he was, you know, drinking and using drugs and then battling himself back, and he got the role that changed his life.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's cool. So What made you decide to go the hardcore route? You mentioned ECW. Was that a big influence?
Yes, that was a very big influence of my hardcore. You know, I've always loved blood. I don't know if that makes me a sick motherfucker, but you know.
Hey man, if it does, it does. We're not judging here in HCWA.
But, you know, it is what it is, and yes, ECW had a big influence on it. And there was another promotion, maybe not the whole promotion, but two guys that I really was influenced from. That was XPW, Messiah and Supreme.
Okay.
And
I remember the promotion, but I'm not really sure who those two guys are. But
and then you know, CCW came with the ultra violence. So you know, I've been in the business for a while, and then I was introduced to what CCW was doing. So I knew that I had to step up my game of doing what I was doing, you know. And I get criticized for only being a deathmatch wrestler or a hardcore wrestler, which way you want to put, you know. But, you know, you can put me in the ring with anybody, and I'm looking dead at the camera right now, and I can go with the best. I just choose to do what I love, and that is doing hardcore and death matches.
some of the pioneers of the hardcore death matches before there was even called hardcore death matches, Bill the Butcher, Bruiser Brody.
Yes.
Well, I'm having a brain fart, but those guys in the
I mean,
world-class championship wrestling.
Terry Funk.
Oh yeah, God, the godfather of hardcore, Terry Funk.
Terry Funk and Onita was really doing stuff in Japan that Americans wasn't really getting, you know, because back when I was growing up, you know, we didn't have YouTube and
nothing to reference.
Nothing to go on.
Right.
But, you know, back in the early 80s, Terry Funk and Onita, the two godfathers of hardcore, was putting it down, was getting it on, you know.
Where's Mick Foley in that mix? What do you think about him as a performer with the hardcore stuff he did?
You know, he is one of the top 3 guys that, you know, really put, you know, his heart and soul into his craft.
And a super nice guy on top of that too.
Yes, he is.
All right. You told me when we was talking one day that you had left for a while and you had just recently come back. Why did you leave, JW?
I was going through some things, personal things, you know, to get it out, you know. My wife, for 15 years, left me.
Same thing just happened to me.
Took my kids away from me. And then on top of that, I didn't really want to go, but a lot of people wanted me to get out. I go to a show in Greensboro, and I ended up getting talked into a tag team match. So I had this one spot of the opening of the show. I'm gonna climb the top rope and do just a cross body onto 2 guys that I've wrestled 100 times before. And somehow I'm 10 feet in the air, and they just watch me drop in between them.
Oh shit, they didn't protect you?
They didn't protect me, they didn't try to grab me, nothing. They watched me drop from 10 feet in the air.
Damn.
I was messed up. I was paralyzed on my left side for almost 3 weeks. When I was dropped off at one hospital, and I got shipped immediately to Greensboro, back to Greensboro where I left. I died for a split second on the ride.
Damn, you flatlined?
Yeah, flatlined for just a split second. You know, it was enough that they had to use the paddles. You know,
God.
And that kind of weighed on my mind. You know what I'm saying? And I showed up to a show and got to drinking. You know, I was just going through a lot of stuff in my personal life at this time, and I was heavily on pain pills. I was drinking. I just had a lot of stuff, a lot of demons in my head, and I showed up and started drinking, and I heard his voice on the microphone, and something.
A light switch went on.
It did, and I hit the ring. I was drunk, you know, and so I took about a year off, you know, to get back right. And when I came back, I come back to the first ever Unholy Warfare, and I completely stole the show. And from that point on, I have done nothing but bust my ass to prove to my fans, prove to the promoter and the promotion that I work for, and the wrestlers in the back that I feel that are family to me, and you know, that I'm not that person. You know, I'm not fighting demons. I mean, we're always fighting demons, but I'm not fighting them no more. I'm happy in my life right now, you know. And so I'm just trying to, you know, leave a little legacy when I do retire from this sport, of that the fans won't forget me.
I'm sure they won't. What made you decide to come back now? Something to prove, no doubt. You were injured and you were out for a year, so you came back with something to prove.
Yes,
still gas left in the tank, if you will.
Yeah, I've got plenty of gas. You know, really just to show that, you know, to the people that, for one, you know, the people that really got me to the point of where I am now: Robert Stanley, Cannabis, Bradley North, Lamont Steele, Sweet Daddy, Roxfield. You know, that they pretty much trained me inside the ring to where I am now, so I'm just proving to them that they didn't go wrong. And I have, you know, a lot to prove and show the guys that have made it: Matt Tremont, Jeff Cannonball, Nick Gage, Devin Moore, John Moxley, Sick Nick Mondo, Messiah, Masada, all them guys that, you know, hey, y'all been there, I've been there too, not on a big level, but I've been doing just what y'all been doing since I've been in the business, and I'm not scared of none of y'all fuckers. So if y'all ever want to dance with JW, you know how to get in touch with me. Let's do it.
You just mentioned you ain't scared of nobody. Who are you looking forward to wrestle?
Personally, I want Nick Gage. I feel like that we're on the same level. We've been through some of the same shit. We've both been to prison. We've both died from wrestling. And he's a bad motherfucker. So, you know, I want the best. I want the baddest, the meanest. And just go back to the reference that you use. I want the baddest junkyard dog in the fucking junkyard.
Okay, now I have one more question for you. What are your future goals in wrestling at this late stage of your career?
For one, wrestled Nick Gage, Devin Moore, Jeff Cannonball, to get my belt back, that Anarchy belt, and push it back to the level that it was, and to prove to my fans that I still got it. You know, I'm getting old. I'm 43 years old right now, and I feel like that there's no stopping. My body might be screaming that it's time to stop,
But your heart's not.
there's no way in hell.
Your heart's still in it.
Yeah, there's no way that I'm stopping at this moment. I say that I got 4 more years in this business,
And you're chasing the Anarchy Championship.
I am chasing the Anarchy Championship. I feel like that I pushed that belt to the max, and I'm 4-time Anarchy champion, 7-time tag team champion, TV title in another promotion, heavyweight title in another promotion, and you know, some reason, somehow, the Anarchy belt is just dear to my heart. As far as the tag team, you know, there's a personal level.
Who would you want your tag partner to be? If you could pick.
Well, honestly and truthfully, I'm going to get a little personal. I left the tag team slight behind because I was pit with a friend of mine that I grew up with. And he was killed. So I've wrestled with Robert Stanley as tag team champion, Mike Dalton as tag team champion, but you know,
Y'all could have ran the gimmick as brothers. JW and Mike Dalton.
Well, we are
Like,
distant cousins.
Yeah, like they always said about Flair and Iron Anderson.
Yeah.
They was never cousins.
Well, you know, we are family in real life. He was actually kin to me. Before we realized it, you know, we ran the whole gimmick as cousins and brothers.
Okay.
You know, but come to find out, he actually was kin to me through marriage.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right.
But,
So I brought something out I didn't even know.
yeah.
Okay.
But you know, and come along with this of an 18-year career, it's a lot of frustrations. You know, people saying that we're going to do this, and when it comes down to it, it doesn't happen. But I don't hold nobody fault for it. You know,
It's the nature of the business.
it's a lot of politics, and you know, I knew that walking in the door. I've never been dumb to this at all, this business at all. You know, I love it. It comes, like I said, with a lot of politics, and you know, I wish that they would come out. You know, there's a lot of newcomers that come to the business, walk in the door, and they want a belt to put on their waist, and the belt to them doesn't mean nothing. You know,
It's got to be earned.
yeah,
You got to pay your dues.
I have paid my dues. I have
Hard times, brother. Hard times.
I have fought. I have scratched. I have bled. I have cried.
You've been through pallets,
I've been through everything.
thumbtacks,
Um,
gusset plates, and that's just the things I've seen since March, since I've been in the business.
Well, this show that's coming up, and there's a little politics to that. JW doesn't know who in the hell that he's wrestling. The powers to be are, I feel like, trying to screw me once again, pitting me with someone that I may have wrestled and I may have not. But I guarantee you, one thing about it is, when the 23rd rolls around, the person that is put with me better be ready to go to war.
They better bring their A game.
They better be ready to die. Because I'm going to be doing something that first hasn't been done in the Wentworth area. And another thing is that when he steps in the ring with me, he better understand who that he's going against. It's J.W. Dalton. I'm not on that big ladder, but to me, and a lot of people across the North Carolina thing knows that J.W. is not scared of anything. Has put his life on the line every time that he has stepped in the ring. So whoever the promoters want to put in across the ring with me, understand that their blood is on y'all's hands, not mine. So that's all I have to say to that. Other than that, I appreciate whoever came up with this show that's coming up, because Robbie has done a lot for a lot of guys, have gave a lot of guys the opportunity, the platform. And I'm getting ready to get to one name that really pisses me off, that really, I can say, that can go to hell. Robert Stanley has done a lot for the business. He has gave people the opportunity to sharpen their skills, and a lot of people haven't appreciated it. But there's been a lot that has appreciated it, and I never wanted to go anywhere. I mean, it'd be nice to make that trip to Jersey and to get in the ring with some of the other guys that have made it and been on the bigger. But I always wanted to make the promotion that the promoter, Robert Stanley, that gave me my opportunity, that I have been loyal to for 18 years, to make his promotion as big as I could. I have wrestled with my knee the size of a basketball. I have wrestled with my ankle cracked. I have wrestled and went back and had my shoulder popped back into place. I have ripped the knee brace from my asshole to my ankle off. I have wrestled for 18 years hurt and never bitched, never cried, never whined. I have been in the ring with people that's supposed to know what they was doing. Like one incident, I can't remember his name, but I went to gig. Everybody knows when you gig or whatever, you walk away selling whatever, and maybe I'm breaking kayfabe telling this story, but as I'm gigging, the dude boot stomps me in the back of the head as I've got the gig.
Shit. You go a little deep.
So, I get up, and then he doesn't want to do nothing but lay there. No, you almost hurt me. You almost took away food off of my kid's table. Hell no, you're going to take it. So I shot him. And then when I went back to the back, I grabbed him up by his throat and told him what I felt at the time, And the one that really pisses me off, and I'm not mad that he is where he is, it's just he forgot where in the hell he came from. And that is Hangman Adam Page. To me, he can go to hell. And if you ever watch this YouTube video, you probably won't, because you're the big superstar that I've wrestled. over 100 times, you ain't shit, boy. I'm calling you out right now. You probably won't come back and wrestle JW, but you know, stay up there with the big class. I'm gonna keep this little class, keep on rocking. You know what I'm saying?
Well, HCWA fans, this has been the first ever Shoot with the Lawdog for HCWA Wrestling. This is JW Dalton. I'm the Lawdog Brent Lawson, and the Gothic superstar Devin Graves is behind the camera getting all this glorious footage for us on the first ever Shoot with the Lawdog. I hope there's many more episodes to come. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time, guys.
And before we go off, I want to give a shout out to Robert Stanley, Raven, and Big Country. I love y'all, and thank y'all for giving me the opportunity to do what I do that I love and do it in front of the fans. Thank y'all, and I appreciate it. JW out, brother. Peace.
We'll see you next time, guys. For HCWA, I'm the Lawdog. We'll see you next time.